Alright. Just throwing out the stream link places real quick. Alright. So, this is a little less than typical because I will be casting over a VoD of last night's game of Wildfire Eagles versus PRAE Storm. I skipped over Champ Select because this is boring. Who wants to watch that? So yeah, there's Eagles are on blue team, Slim's on Lulu, Behemoth's on Skarner. I can play this while I'm going through. Tueler's on Yasuo. Dubs is on Jinx, and Manbearer is on Karma. On the other side is PRAE and PRAE Storm. Blessings on Aurelia. Always time for T and Jarvan. Testicle Tempter. That's a great name. On Malzahar. Ventus on Sivir. And 2 Meeps, 1 Chime on Morgana. My face cam is a little bit in the way. Let me move that over just a bit. Boop. E. There we go. Alright. Put the mouse out of the way there. So far it's a pretty standard fan out for both teams. Slim taking that Lulu in the top lane. I'm not sure how that matchup really goes into the Aurelia. I can honestly see it going either way. I could see him bowling Aurelia a little bit. A nice try from T to try and stop that. Ooh, a little bit of poke going back the other way thanks to Slim on the Lulu. So Jarvan going to be a little bit more unhealthy in his clear. And Skarner is an interesting pickup here because Skarner got some pretty significant buffs in 9.5. This camera's still not perfect. Maybe like that. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, Skarner got some pretty significant buffs in 9.5. One of the biggest you can see here is just they moved where his spires are, so now he can have the spires for all 3 camps. Whereas, it used to be he would only have them for 2 of the 3 camps on either side of the jungle. Why is this still on screen? So that is a pretty significant change, I'd say. Having it like that is a big change. Alright. Oh, it actually is... they sent the Yasuo up top against the Aurelia and flexed the Lulu into the mid lane. Yeah, they probably figured Aurelia, or the Yasuo dodging the Malzahars for the best. Really wish that the people casting this game would have, flipped the scoreboard around so that way they were against the right matchups. That's going to annoy me, but whatever. It's what I get for not casting it live myself. Man, they're also glitching all over the place. Not sure if that's me, though. Alright. But yeah, right now it's just some farming out for both the lanes. Bit of a CS lead gain for both Slim and Tueler. Remember, their matchups are flipped based on how they are on the scoreboard. They're shoving right now, but yeah, Slim is building up a bit of a wave, so Tempter will be able to get a little of this back, and Blessing down under tower. Gets a nice stun onto Tueler, just trading back and forth, but Tueler getting the better of this trade, I'd say, and about equals out when Blessings will be done with the Corrupting Potion. Actually, Tueler going in for just that little bit extra damage, so being very aggressive in the matchup, and knows he can, because right now Behemoth is in Time for T's red side jungle. They did some vertical jungling here, it looks like. So just went in. Oh, and here comes Time for T going in. Horse Pig not looking too good. He saved the flag and drag. Finally goes for it under the tower. So taking a bit of damage under tower. Does need to burn that flash to get away, but it is first blood going over to always Time for T, and he's happy to use his flash for that. Nice hold on the flag and drag combo. We wanted to make sure that he secured the kill, wanted to wait for Manbear to flash, didn't want the possibility of the reaction flash coming through there. It's weird casting this with no sound. Alright, so now it's just resetting. Dubs, for his credit, staying up in CS here against the Sivir even after that gank is coming through. Or even after that gank came through, I should say. And now it's just a little bit more... Yeah, just more farming, more CSing for these guys. There's the switch around. Thank you. But yeah, that's a pretty hefty CS lead for Slim in that mid lane. About 10, and Malzahar just recalled, so this will extend. Actually, no. He Tempter teleports back, so he'll be able to get some of this back for himself. And even get able to poke down onto Slim with those malefic visions. And actually doing a pretty good job of delaying Slim's back. So Slim is going to miss some CS for that, which will give... oh my god, jeez. Which will give Tempter a little bit of a path back into the game. But now it's time for T, looking for another gank in the top lane. Tuller is not level 6 yet. He's going to have to find a pretty creative path out of this. Nice flash after the flag had gone down. Time for T doesn't have his ultimate available, so they won't be able to pick up that kill. His flash, of course, was blown in that bot lane gank, so it is a successful gank. They do get the flash out of Tuller, but good on Tuller for getting himself out of a pretty sticky situation there. Time for T still hanging around in that bot lane, but... or in the top lane, but spotted on the ward, so Tuller played safe, and... now, looking for a gank mid, baby. Yeah, Lulu is spotted out on that ward, goes over the wall, but this fight going in the bot lane, heal was forced out of Dubs, but now Ventus getting pretty low, forced to flash, flashing forward from Dubs. He does pick up that kill, the... Triumph enough to keep him alive on that black pool. The zap not quite going to connect. 2 meeps 1 chime is ignited, but now the ignite turns around and the kill traded back onto Manbear, but that lets Dubs finally catch up and pick up the extended 2-for-1 trade. That's basically casting what was happening on the minimap instead of what was happening on the screen. I don't need these on because I'm not listening to anything. There's no audio for this game. And this should be just 1 plate going over to the Eagles. They might try and stay for 2, but with Ventus showing up and Dubs being as low as he is. Ooh, Behemoth. Behemoth taking some damage. Couple tower shots coming his way, and because he showed down there, that means his topside jungle is forfeit. You see Blessings and Time for T just going through and ransacking, taking whatever they can. I'm not actually sure exactly which camps were up there, but nonetheless. Now they're looking for another gang top. Time for T still not level 6, but Blessings and Tuller both are. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. Stun missing from Blessings. Time for T doesn't quite hit the knockup. Still level 5. Tuller just hit level 7. Just going to walk away now. Conqueror has been procced. He gets the double knockup, but doesn't want to try and go for the 2v1 outplay. Content with just walking away with his life. Now Tuller walking back up to the wave. Nice little block. Not sure if that actually blocked the stun or if it just missed. But either way, Tuller playing a little bit with fire here. He is pretty low on health. And doesn't have support coming, and now Time Team Blessings just sitting in this top lane, getting some plates down. The trade is going to be for this Air Dragon, though, for the Eagles. Actually, I see them. This might be game 2 already. It looks like Eagles are up 1-0. I just noticed that on the top of the screen. I don't know, I couldn't find... This was the VoD I was linked, so this is the VoD I'm casting. But, yeah, right now it's pretty even across the board. Storm with a bit of a gold lead, mostly just based on CS, Tempter's done a good job of catching up in the mid lane. Slim had a bit of a roam down bot earlier, plus some good back timings. And Slim going for the full support build, starting with that Chalice, going for that full Athene's first. So really is just playing a, hey, buff the Jinx, buff the Yasuo type build. The big difference here comes in this top lane, with Blessings being up about 15 to 20 CS on the Yasuo. Yeah, taking a tower shot there, but just making sure it clears up that wave to get the full CS lead. Tuller will be able to clear a little bit of this back and actually should be able to get this full wave. Stopped up from going to tower, although he was looking for Blessings, so now might lose some of it to tower. But either way, not too far down. Rushed the early boots, help him escape some of those driving ganks. Now T-Time finally has that level 6 for himself, so his ganks will be a little bit scarier. Both junglers with their jungle items fully completed with the enchantments. The Warrior for Jarvan combined with the Electrocute to give him that little bit extra oomph and burst damage in the ganks. There's a Skarner's just gone straight for Cinderhulk. He's a tank. He knows his role this game is just, clear his jungle fast and get to the level 6 mark and just pull people. If two Meeps can get those black shields down on the priority targets in time, plus Tempter having the Malzahar passive shield there, it might be a little bit more difficult for him, but we'll have to see. Neither jungler have used their ults yet, and I don't think we've seen a Malzahar ult come out, but as I say it gets used. Time for T just walking forward, not even flagging Dragon, just dunking it down onto Slim. But here is the flash forward from Behemoth, not going to connect though, as Time for T had that flag and drag back up and able to get out without burning anything. So bit of a mistake there. Behemoth with the blown flash and not getting anything out of it. So definitely an advantage for PRAE Storm. Yeah, so it's about 1,000 gold lead for them, but here comes Behemoth. The flash comes out of Blessing, the ult out of Tuller as well. Blessing's gonna throw down his own ultimate, trying to get the outplay, but the flash forward from Tuller will help secure the kill. Behemoth picking up the credit on that one. Now in the bot lane, the flash forward from Ventus will secure the kill. Flash from Meeps as well. He tries to get that binding under the tower. Manbear now trying to trade 1-for-1 onto the support. Doesn't quite get it, but now he's going for Ventus. And Ventus just gonna be able to walk away. Didn't have mana, but didn't really matter. Behemoth going for a cheeky steal. Gets all of these small Krugs. Now getting a good chunk of damage down onto T-Tem. The teleport onto the flag coming out from Tempter, but doesn't have the ultimate available, so it's just going to be a defensive teleport. And you don't really want to be using your teleport like that, in kind of an unforced error situation where, like T-Time probably wasn't going to die there. He could have just walked away. He was the one who went in and engaged that fight. And now Tempter doesn't have his teleport for 6 minutes. Teleport's a freaking long cooldown. It's a minute longer than Flash. So using it like that, you don't have a combat summoner available, that's gonna hurt. Alright, looking across at tower plates as well. Looks like 5 have been taken down for Storm to only 4, or 3 for the Eagles. Hang on. No, I'm dumb. It's 3-3. I thought that was a 2 in the top lane. It's a 4. It's 3-3, so plates pretty much evened up. I don't know that anyone's going to be able to get any more. Now, Behemoth, his red's getting taken from right out under his nose, and I don't think he even knows it. Now there's 4 men heading towards the bot side. They really don't want this Jinx to get rolling. They will get spotted out on the control ward, however, and Dubs and Manbear just going to back off. And yeah, now they're going for the dragon. Eagles just kind of ceding control. They know they don't really have the vision coverage. Behemoth walks forward. Nice dodge on the Dark Binding. They'll see the dragon is going down now. Behemoth gets the ult onto Tea-Time. Tea-Time with a good response ult. They do manage to take down the Jarvan, and Behemoth still alive. Jinx starting to pop off now. Tempter having to blow that flash so low on the side, but Blessings has teleported in. Not going to be able to get much done. He's a little too late, and yeah, just going to fall. Tula doesn't have teleport, staying in the top lane. So this is going to be the Eagles taking everything. They get that second Cloud Dragon for themselves. They're probably going to get the top lane tower as well. And yeah, that was just a little bit of overcommitment from Storm. They didn't really sync up the teleport correctly. Jarvan went in and got caught by Behemoth. It was a really good snare. He got the nice 3-man ultimate, but the rest of the team just wasn't really doing damage. Tempter, I'm not sure who he ulted that fight. I'll be honest, I didn't quite see it. Based on his ult cooldown, I'm not sure if he had ulted before that fight or not. I don't think he had. Spectator should have shown that, but it's probably just on a short cooldown. It's going down really fast. But yeah, just micro misplay and a good collapse from the Eagles. You know, they had everyone there. They had the Lulu and the Karma Shields to keep their own jungler alive while they caught out Time for Tea. And yeah, just well played by them overall. So that mostly served to even up the gold. You know, they swung back about 500-600 in their favor. Whereas before they had been at, you know, about 1,000 gold deficit. So about 1,500, 2,000 gold swing plus the second Air Dragon. Air Dragon, you know, in my opinion, very underrated. But Tula could be in some trouble. Gets ignited up. Ooh, throws that wind wall the wrong way. Probably wanted to block the Sivir damage while you're stunned. Gets the knock up onto Ventus though. And Ventus trying to walk away. The heal is blown. He's ignited and burning down. But he will live from this. Time for Tea there on the roam. Gonna pick up that kill. So Tula tries for the 2v1 outplay. Almost gets it. But just a little misplay on wind wall positioning is going to cost him in the end. But the Eagles, seeing the 3 members bot lane, do decide to trade for this Rift Herald up top. They send their remaining 4 members onto it, and this should be a pretty easy pickup for them. Now, Rift Herald itself is a strong objective, but it's about how you use it. And I would assume it's going to be used to try and break this mid lane tower. Breaking that mid tower is a huge way to open up the rest of the map and get a bit more vision down. And Behemoth's just going for some walks in the jungle. Nice dodge out on the snare. He does get the Skarner's Spire for a bit more vision. And Slim walking forward pretty aggressively. Knows he has Behemoth in his back pocket, but Blessings is there. Actually, the flash forward from Manbear? Gotta hit that one with the question mark ping. That was, I mean, maybe he thought he was playing the Morgana and went for a flash binding, but, like, flashing forward just for the Karma Q is questionable at best when the rest of your team is disengaging. Here's that Rift Herald being summoned up in the mid lane. Tempter down on the bot side. His teleport is finally back and available. Not quite going to pick up that tower just yet. Should get on this way, but that will be mid tower going down. It's a 2-0 tower advantage for the Eagles. And they're going to get the second charge off. They might pick up second mid as well. They have the Jinx tower damage, but with only Shelly hitting the tower, they opt against it. Now the snare hits onto Behemoth. Behemoth down to about half health. Lulu ult force. The flash forward from Behemoth not going to get anything, but the ult from Jinx is enough to take down 2 meeps. It got just poked down. Now flash forward from Tuller. Ultimate comes on for Tea-Time, saving his top laner. Tuller not using his ult. Blessings goes back to in, gets the 1-for-1 trade, but Tuller is just popping off here. The ult comes down from Tempter. Blessings, or Behemoth, I should say, down so low. The Eagles are limping away, but it's better than their opponents. A 4-for-2 trade overall, and it was honestly just the 2 supports from the Eagles going down. The 3, you know, the tank and the 2 damage dealers managed to stay alive, and yeah, just, it was a messy dive, but an effective one. And yeah, the Eagles do manage to get that 3rd tower. Their bot tower did fall, so they are 3-1 on towers, but still up to about a 2k gold lead here, as we are approaching the 20-minute mark. There's another dragon spawning soon. I don't know what it is. And Baron up 30 seconds after that. So Jinx is sitting on 2 items here. So this is starting to get scary for PRAE Storm. You know, there is always the Sivir 6-item win condition, but like, I don't know. I'd rather be a Jinx on 6 items than a Sivir on 6 items any day of the week. Jinx's late game is ridiculous. And yeah, right now Eagle's just full control. It's a 3rd Cloud Drake. They're going to be getting around this map. Like, having 2 Cloud Drakes feels like you have... what are those boots called? Not Swifties, the yellow ones? Mobies. Jeez, 2 Cloud Dragons feels like Mobies. That's an Earth Dragon coming up next. Caught it that time. Yeah, even having 2 Cloud Dragons feels like Mobies. So having 3, they're going to be motoring around this map, able to collapse so well. And also, you still get a partial benefit in combat after the change. Oh, a while ago now. Root onto Behemoth, but he's a tanky boy. He's not going to take too much from that. And now it's the push in the bot lane for the Eagles. Blessings in the top lane, looking to pick up another tower. Yeah, there's a Sivir. There's a good amount of wave clear. So without a Baron buff, I'm not sure really how much they're going to be able to take. But they're trying to poke him down off the tower. Buy time for Tuller sitting in this mid lane. Yeah, they don't really get any damage onto the tower. Just focusing the poke onto the champions here. But, yeah, against a Morgana and a Jarvan, having that little bit of extra move speed is going to be nice to try and dodge those, you know, snares, those knockups, the stuns from Aurelia as well. Just being able to get around a little bit better. And Eagles still committing to this push on the bot side. They saw that Ventus went back, so figured they'd get a little damage down, but still, it's not much. They're just kind of buying time for Tua to push out in the top side, but... I don't know, I feel like this should almost probably be reversed. The Eagles should probably send their 4-man to the top side so they can try and threaten a Baron, but they're not really doing that much right now. You know, what are you going to get? Here's the Sivir engaged. The ult goes down onto Dubs from Jarvan. He flashes out of it, gets ulted down by the Malzahar. It's taking so much damage. The shutdown going over. Double kill now for Tempter in that mid lane. Manbear getting taken low as well, and Slim... you know, probably going to fall. He is the Lulu with the Cloud Dragon, so has a ton of speed. So manages to get out of that one. In the top side, Tuller manages to take 1 tower, but the teleport is coming out now from Blessing, so that's always going to get. And I'm going to call him not worth from the Eagles side. They weren't getting anything down there. What were they really doing? Like, they were just sitting in the bot lane, getting their waves cleared by Sivir over and over until... you know, they realized Tula was up there, doesn't have a teleport for the fight, and he's basically half their damage. So all they got to do is Sivir ult, then Jarvan ult onto the Jinx, and Malzahar ult to follow up. And Dubs put out, like, almost no damage in that fight. It was so damn CC locked by Storm's team that, you know... And again, the Eagles had no reason to be there. All they were doing was buying time, but if you lose 3 members for a tower, I don't really think that's worth. They're lucky that that Storm didn't just try and go for Baron, but now the Eagles are going for it. There's vision of this because they cleared those last wards were still being cleared when Behemoth started it up, so they know that this is happening, and yeah, I don't know if you really want to try and force a 50-50 here. It's still only about 1,000 gold separating the 2 teams, and that's nothing. Dubs now does have that QSS to be able to get out of the Malzahar ult or Morgana binding, but without Flash, still very vulnerable to Jarvan. So the Eagles wisely backing off a bit here. Resetting, just trying to get their waves pushing. They put Tuller back in the bot lane. You know, they recognize that he's Yasuo, he's on his 2-item power spike. No one's really going to be able to 1v1 him. And if they send more than 1 over, then that's a pretty easy Baron for the Eagles. But does have to be careful. It is pushed up while the rest of his team had a base and is still pushing out. So they could pretty easily send more over right now. Yeah, they smartly send Tempter as the one to match since, you know, he has the teleport available. But Blessings hanging around here. They are still committing onto the Baron, but they don't see that ward in the back of the pit. The pink ward is not picking this one up. Bit unlucky placement. And yeah, they see the wards coming in now. They decide to back off. Blessings was walking. They're really just trying to force the TP out of Tempter right now. Behemoth goes forward, gets the ult on to Time for Tea. Time for Tea pops his stopwatch. Flash forward from Meeps, but Meeps gonna... No, the ult will pop. Nice QSS out of Dubs. Picks up the double kill onto T and Chime. And now Tempter burn the teleport, but just gonna immediately get knocked out by Tula. Tula, without the teleport, managed to roam down first. But now they get everything they wanted. They kill the jungler. They get the teleport out of the Malzahar. And now they're going to be able to pick up the Baron basically uncontested. And yeah, 25 minutes in, the Eagles look to be in full control. Ventus and Blessings, the only thing that they can do is go and trade for that Mountain Dragon. Get at least some objective for themselves on the map. But yeah, that's Baron and a 5k gold lead now to the Eagles. They are running down to try and get this, but I think Storm should be able to finish it off. Yeah, they will get it, but can they catch Blessings and Ventus? The flash forward from Manbear. He gets stunned up. Will have the snare land on to the Aurelia. The polymorph comes through as well, and Tula now on a rampage, flashing over the wall to catch onto Ventus. Ventus, no mana. That spell sheet available, but the Q hits as it runs out. Double kill now for Tula. Chasing down onto Tea Time. A triple kill for the Yasuo. Gets the ult down onto the Morgana. Dubs picking up, stealing the Quadra, and now all of a sudden it's just Tempter left alive. Ooh, Tula goes a little bit too deep, trying to get the damage, and Ace picked up for the Yasuo. Trades his life for it. The shutdown going over for Tempter. He's going to be happy to have that goal, but not so happy to watch his entire base fall. 10 seconds on Ventus, 5 on Blessings. This should be an inhibitor tower in the mid lane going over to the Eagles. They had the waves pushing in already, and this is going to just balloon that gold lead even farther. Okay, they don't stay for the inhibitor, out for just getting that inhib tower as everyone's respawning. Finally taking the reset to spend all this gold that they've earned. Slim picked up the last standing inner tower on the map in the bot lane as well during all that. So now 7 towers in total taken by the Eagles. And they still have most of their Baron remaining, I assume. Yeah, it should be about half of it, I'd say. So they're just going to reset, pick up some buffs onto the Jinx, and push. Again, they should probably put the Yasuo in a side lane. No one can 1v1 him. We saw him even dive under tower against the Malzahar, who got his ult off, and it was still only a 1-for-1 trade. You know, granted, Behemoth was there, but, like, it was a 1v1 under your own tower, and you still died. That's pretty unfortunate. And then he got a Bloodthirster. That was before he even had this big lifesteal item. So now, Eagles just securing control, making sure they're not going to get jumped on, but Storm, they're all stacked in one bush. They're looking for this one big pick. Tuller still pushing up on the bot side. Gonna be a bit behind the rest of the Eagles. Meeps walks forward. Does get the snare down onto Behemoth, but he's the tank. That's not really the target that they want to catch. And now both side lanes are pushing in at the same time. The Dark Binding is used and doesn't find much. Blessings finally going over to respond to the Yasuo, but the tower might go down. Sivir does still have good wave clear against Baron minions. You know, most of the damage reduction buff on the minions comes against magic damage. But so Sivir can still clear them reasonably effectively. But I gotta disagree with Sivir's build here. Going for a second Zeal item before finishing the Infinity Edge means her damage is gonna be pretty low in these fights. You really need that IE buffing up your crits. You know, most people, it's like, you can go for the IE first over the Essence Reaver, but, like, you want to get the other one third generally. And yeah, Baron buff does just time out now, and now the Eagles are like, alright, now they have too much wave core, our Baron buff's gone, we have to back off of this. So, not gonna get really too much. They can still try and push in this mid lane because there's no tower there. That was a weird ward animation. Tuller hits the knockup, not going for the ult. Tempter is in the area. Just trying to siege down onto this mid inhib. Dubs getting buffed up by the two supports. Redemption coming down for a little bit of healing from that Malzahar damage. The suppression comes down on to Behemoth. He walks away, gets knocked out. The ult comes down from tea time. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Jungler's the only one's dead. Dubs kind of in the middle of the fight. Gets stunned up. Gets taken down. Blessings falls in response, though, to Tuller. And now Tuller is on to this Malzahar. Walks to the base gate. Manages to get himself out okay. And Tuller doesn't quite have vision over there, but does have a minion wave in the top side to get himself out. Slim, very low, gets hit by the silence. A nice shield from himself and the Karma to keep himself alive. Tempter now still being chased down. They haven't taken this inhib. Tuller finally going to walk forward and take that one down. Eagles getting objectives for themselves. The knockup comes in. The spell shield wasn't there for Ventus. Loses most of his health and his flash for that small blunder, and Eagles now finally walking away one inhib stronger for themselves. So, bit messy on the attempt, but they ended up getting it in the end there. Behemoth and Dubs went down. I don't know if Behemoth had a bounty, but I know Dubs did, so it's a little bit more gold back in the pockets of Storm, but it's still a 6k gold lead. So hasn't grown too much. Dragon now live. Another mountain. Eagle's going to be happy with this one. Be able to take Baron even faster next time. You know, they have their 3.5 item jinx, so that objective just going to melt. And you have the basically full support builds from the Lulu and the Karma doing their best, you know. Dubs was a little too far forward that fight. Even all the healing and shielding in the world couldn't keep him alive there. I'm pretty sure the Lulu ult may have gotten used onto Behemoth as well, so a little bit less protection for themselves. If Dubs had stayed alive in that fight, that might have been the end of the game. There's a lot of vision around here for Storm. They kind of recognize that the only way they're getting back in this game, or one of the best ways, I should say, for them to get back in this game, is just go for the 50-50 Baron. Eagles are actually backing here. Tuller's pushing up in this bottom lane, so has to be careful that the rest of the team don't roam onto him while he's back. And Dub's just going back now. Oh, Storm, unlucky. If they had seen all those backs, that could have been their time to try and rush Baron. They do have an Elder... Nope, Mountain Dragon for themselves. And, you know, Malzahar plus Sivir is a pretty fast Baron, but of course Malzahar is the one in the bot lane dealing with the Yasuo, so probably didn't want to risk that. They'd rather try and, I guess, force the 50-50 than go for the sneak. Slim. Okay, speed is enough to get away from the Dark Bitings. Hey, Cloud Drakes. Cloud Drakes save Slim's life right there. Slim's life right there. That's a sentence. Yeah, now it's the Baron getting started up. I think they spotted Blessings down on the bot side with Tempter. There is a double teleport on the solo lanes here for Storm. Now they're holding Baron around 2k. Still the push in the bottom side. Blessings there as well. The ultimate comes down, but he gets knocked up, and Tuller actually going to get the outplay solo kill. Uses the QSS to get himself away from Blessings. And now they're still just holding Baron this low. Time for T. Gonna go in and manages to get the steal. He's gonna die for it. So there's only 3 members on the map with this buff. But Eagles, bit of a mistake there. They're trying to chase down onto Morgana. Burning low, that red buff will pick up the kill. The QSS popped as well. So now, can the 2 men with Baron defend their base? It is only Blessings and Ventus alive. But yeah, Eagles, they're like, alright, well, they have the Baron. That's fine. We're not going to let him use it. We're going straight for the throat. They go towards the Nexus towers. They get both of them, and the sights are on the Nexus. And they lose the Baron, but they win the game. And that is the Wildfire Eagles. I believe, I'm not sure if that was game 1 or 2, because this says 1 up here. But Yeah, that is Wildfire Eagles picking up the win in that first game. I'm just going to back this up a bit so I can see the scoreboard. But yeah, that was an impressive game by the Eagles. They had a couple oversteps, a couple individual misplays, but overall, very, very well done from them. You know, playing there, protect the Jinx Yasuo comp very well. I got to give it to Tuller. He had some very impressive outplays on that Yasuo as the MVP there. And yeah, Dubs also just fantastic game doing what he needed. Now let's jump forward. Okay, so there is another game coming through here. Skip and pick band, skip and pick band. Alright. Alright, game 2. Boop. So this time it's Storm on blue and Eagles on red. Storm, Aurelia, Echo, Yasuo, Kaisa, and Alistar versus Volibear, Rek'Sai, Lissandra, Sivir, and Braum. Okay, fair teams coming in here. Looks like Storm wanted to deny that Yasuo pick up away, and in the Echo jungle, it looks like they were worried about their damage profile, didn't want to be, there's a Volibear on the other team, they didn't want let them just build full armor. Double 5 stack for both these teams, but on opposite sides, so neither finding the other. Dubs with the pack Sivir, nice. And yeah, Ventus with the Prestige Kaisa, so just gonna be actually a bit of a steal here. I don't know if they see Tempter. He actually puts his ward in the river bush, so I don't know that anyone spotted him out. So it is going to be a buff steal for Behemoth. Let's see if they actually go for that vertical jungling, or if he goes and tries to secure his own blue after. It's really on if he gets seen by this river ward, which it looks like he might have been. Hard to say. Actually, Behemoth may have skirted around it there, so yeah, good play. Good play, good pathing. Yeah, the Kaisa. Kaisa, pretty weak in the early game, but then again, so is, Sivir's not the strongest early games. This should just be kind of a farm lane in the bot lane for both sides. Both wanting to scale up to that 1 to 2 item point. And Manbear and Dubs just pressing their lead. Top lane could get interesting here. I have the cowbell spam. Top lane could get kind of interesting. Volibear into Aurelia is not a very common matchup. Volibear a bit. He's a tank, so. Or bruiser, I guess. Juggernaut, that's the word I'm looking for. Volibear's a juggernaut, so could lose out a bit to the Aurelia. It looks like we have Behemoth going around, and Echo did go for his top side, so should now know that his blue buff was taken away. Might be matching in the jungle here. Behemoth gonna spot out T-Time on that. I forget what the passive is called. Burrow Sense. The hell's that called? I don't know. Rek'Sai's the see-through vibrations thing. Her earthbender ability. But, Tremors. Tremors! Thank you, Frost. Yeah. Through the earth tremors there. And, yeah, so this will be the eventual complete 3 buff for Behemoth. Gonna pick up this Scuttle for himself and then swoop around and pick up that buff, I would assume. Or maybe at this point even give it over to the Lissandra. Just give her that edge in the laning phase so she can just constantly shove at the Yasuo. But here comes again top lane Slim, taking a good chunk of damage, but not even getting his big dumb bear passive popped. Keeps his flash as well, so playing it pretty safe up there. Actually has a bit of a CS lead. So playing very well into Blessings. Blessings, yeah, I feel like could be going aggressive, just trying to take these trades, but Volibear does, have a surprising amount of damage with that, bite execute. Tempter trying to one-up Tuller on the Yasuo this game, but not quite getting it just yet. I mean, has a bit of a CS lead, but Tuller mostly playing just to neutralize on Lysandra, try and, farm up and not lose lane. And Slim flips Blessings into this pretty massive minion wave. Blessings going for the trade, but yeah, that's a lot of minions. He might just die from minion damage after that huge bite out of Slim, but now both just going to back off. Blessings finally going back and realizing, okay, I should probably get this wave. Now a trade in the bot side. The stun came down onto Meeps, loses about half his health while Manbear just blocked up all the damage from the Kaisa. Blessings did stay around the top lane. The bite is charged for Slim. Gonna get it down so low. The flash, the flip, and first blood to Slim. That was clean. That was really, really well played by Slim. Yeah, just flashing out of the stun. Blessings like, aha, I got you now. I'm gonna have you stunned under tower even though I'm this low. And Slim just like, nah, fam. I'm just gonna flash, flip, and dunk. Big bear passive, keeping him alive. Didn't even have to use his ultimate. I think he got level 6 from the kill. So yeah, props to Slim. That was some clean League of Legends, just a straight outplay onto Blessings. First dragon up on the map is a fire dragon. So you would expect to see both teams playing around that. Tuller gets out. Ooh, nice little sidestep on the tornado. Has no mana, so wouldn't have been able to ult himself, but yeah. Slim's best point in his life is flashing Aurelia E as Volibear. Yeah, I mean, it was clean though. Come on, you gotta give him that. It was clean. Ooh, if one more auto had gone down onto Ventus, he might have been dead. Definitely a heal blown there. So just nice laning by Dubs, and Manbear hasn't translated to too much of a CS lead, only about, half a wave or so. But not too bad, getting some good poke down. Dubs hasn't even burned his potion yet. We had more farming mid lane. Oops. Oh, but the engage comes down from Tempter. Tuller not having done much damage. They pop the ultimate to cleanse immediately from Tempter, but Behemoth is here. Doesn't have the ultimate just yet. Tuller comes in, gets the last tick of damage of Behemoth. The red buff, I believe, picking up the kill, but now it's the counter gank in the bot lane. Dubs trying to put down the damage. They're trying to get the 1-for-1. T-Time will pick up the kill. Flash forward from Manbear will secure at the very least the 2-for-1. So Kaisa going to fall, but it is the double kill onto the Echo. Assume he will be going for the damage Echo. I don't think tanked Echo has been a thing for like a few years now, even though I never played him jungle, so I don't know. But it's going to be a plate going down in the mid lane for the Eagles, so at least trying to trade a little bit back into play, and gold's still pretty much dead even. Only like 200-ish lead overall. But yeah, so two good ganks for both sides there. Tempter almost had the big outplay onto Tuller. Tuller, very fortunate to have Behemoth in the area and had a nice flash to get himself out. You saw Slim even roam down there. Didn't get much for it, just kind of making sure that Tuller would have been safe had Time for Tea been in the area. Now Time for Tea finally getting a blue buff for himself. Yeah, is going for at least the runic echoes on this Echoes. Yeah, now it's just Slim and Blessings putting a little more fight in the top lane. Blessings throws down the ultimate. Slim responds by popping him. Slim going very low, but has his big dumb bear passive. Blessings forced to flash away, but now Time for Tea. Slim may have stayed around a little bit too long. The reverse on the Q will pop the third tick of the Echo passive, and that is a third kill picked up for Echo. Okay, that was weird. He got a kill, and then all of a sudden his bounty went away and then popped up to 600. Bounties are weird, man. But with seeing the Echo in the top lane, they decide, hey, we're gonna go for this Infernal Dragon that everyone loves so much. Yeah. Ooh, Ocean's up next. That's a nice one. But yeah, so Slim's life is traded for a Fire Dragon. So I'm sure Eagles will be plenty happy with that trade. Blessings did have to blow Flash in that exchange as well. So Slim is still doing alright for himself up in this top lane. Oh, Man Bear. Alright, Meeps. That was something for sure. Behemoth not quite going to get the steal on the big raptor. Only going to pick up a few small ones. And Q lands from Braum, but yeah, Kaisa pretty safe. Spamming that laugh, dance, something. Spamming out, just trying to get the mental edge. And Gold's still dead even in this game. You see Tempter in the mid lane just trying to keep threaten Tuller, probably trying to, bait out some abilities so he can actually go in for a full all-in. But Tuller holding his nerve. Just more poking, more damage. A nice CS lead built up in the bot lane, but it looks like Behemoth going in for a play mid. Tuller gets the ultimate down. Cleanse not quite up just yet, and Behemoth going to pick up another kill onto Tempter. And now the response yet again is for Tea Time to come down. Good ultimate out of the Braum. Won't quite keep him safe. Ventus with a nice dash on the Kaisa to get behind him. But again, Eagles are like, oh, you're making a play bot? Cool, we'll trade cross map again and go for the Rift Herald this time. It's only 11 minutes in the game. Getting an early Rift Herald like this is pretty damn valuable because you can use it to get tower plates. I believe Shelly gets 2.5 plates on the charge. Ooh, but the dive, they're trying to go for dubs in the bot lane. 2 Meeps has the ultimate, should be able to tank this tower up. The heal comes out from dubs. The tower aggro changes, minions block, and Ventus going to fall. Ooh, just unlucky there. And now Manbear chasing down onto Meeps as well. Tempter taking a lot of damage. Manbear might get this kill, already burned the ignite. Owie popping the E to try and force him away, but Manbear looks for it, gets stunned. Actually, maybe trying to give it to Behemoth. Gets one more auto and could take it. Yeah, finally does just take it. And Shelly in the mid lane going to get first tower down for the Eagles. So about 1,000 gold lead now built up for this Eagles squad. But time for tea is 4-0 on this Echo and starting to look scary. Already completed that first item, and a few more plates following. So just quick look at plates. Actually, hang on. Slim pops the ultimate, going for the all-in. Ooh, Blessings, a little bit of the outplay. Slim flashing the wrong direction. That should have to queue up pretty soon. No Blessings, doesn't have flash. Gets stunned up though, and yeah, Blessings gonna get away again. Just a bit of a misplay from Slim. Flash the opposite direction into the slow wall. So, had a great flash earlier, and then question mark ping flash there. Plates, that's what I was looking at. So, 1, 2, 3 plates taken down. 4, and I keep trying to talk about plates, and Slim keeps getting in fights. Now he's getting a lot of damage onto Time for Tea. Time for Tea forced to blow that flash under the tower. Slim gonna be fine. Okay, the timing on a minute. 3 plates taken down for the for Storm and 5 for the Eagles, all in that mid lane. Now it's the 2v2 in the top lane. Blessings taken very low, but a double stun actually comes out for Echo. He's going to get 1 kill, should pick up the second as well, but the fight continues down in the bot lane. It is that double kill picked up eventually. Ooh, the fail flash from 2 Meeps just hits the wall. That's unlucky. That's pretty unlucky, but so it is. Across the map, a 2 for 2. Jungle top going down in the top lane versus top and support for Storm. So just more even trades. Gold still staying pretty dead even. Probably another plate or 2 picked up in the top side for Echo. I don't know. I can't tell, but. Yeah, plate's pretty even because Eagles got that full first tower, and taking down the actual tower counts as getting a plate. That last tower taken does actually count as a plate, plus a tiny bit of first turret gold as well. But that second Ocean Drake is spawned. They'll know that Time for Tea was just top lane, so it looks like the Eagles are going to be like, yeah, we're just going to go straight for this one too. And Ocean Drake is a pretty good one to have. That out of combat regen is ridiculous. A couple of steal attempts come in, but none going to find their mark, as the Eagles going to pretty easily pick that one up. So it is the Drake advantage for the Eagles, but gold swung a little bit back the other way. Still only about a 500 difference. And back to farming. So now is the time when I'm curious if everyone's going to stay in their standard lane assignments. It feels like it's farther into the game than it is, but it is only 15 minutes in. 7 kills to 8. Braum actually has a 450 gold bounty on his head. Echo on the other side, a 900 bounty. So that's going to be a pretty juicy shutdown target. Has about, 15 CS lead over his opponent, whereas everywhere else on the map, leads are negligible within 7 to 10. So it pretty much is where the small gold lead is coming from. Ooh, ult out of Manbear. They are looking for this Echo. Time for Tea going to stun him up. Manbear shut down that bounty going over to Tempter, but Tempter himself gonna fall, but then it's Tuller on the bottom side of this fight falling. Behemoth trying to re-engage. The Aurelia ult misses. Flash forward, Time for Tea. This is a lot of damage down to the Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai split off from the rest of his team. Ventus picking up that kill. Now it's just Slim and Dubs. They're looking for something. Ventus flashed on by Dubs. Dubs gonna pick up a double kill onto the bot lane. The Echo E coming in, not going to pick up a stun. The Q from Dubs not quite going to land. Slim's still looking for this one. Echo has the percent HP damage though. Slim's big dumb bear passive pops. Blessing is behind him. Dubs tried to wrap around, so he's far away. Slim gonna get stunned up. Now Blessing's very low, but Manbear has respawned. Rampage now for Dubs. 4 kills across that entire fight, plus the massive shutdown on the Echo, all going over to Dubs. That is a massive amount of gold into this Sivir's pocket. Look, he picked up an 800 gold bounty for himself. I wish I was actually spectating this game so I could hit X and see exactly how much gold he has, but that was huge for the Sivir. He picked up so much gold in that fight. Probably going to be able to finish a full item. And the Eagles aren't done. They're looking for more. The Q from Braum tags onto Ventus, but not going to be able to grab anything. Dragon's still a bit away from getting picked up, and the Eagles finally looking for a bit of a reset here. Oh. And even after all that, it was like a 1k gold swing. It was such a close fight. Overall, it was a 4 for 5 in the fight. Braum just respawned and came back in is how long the fight lasted. So it was a 4 for 5 overall. Eagles just picked up a couple, a very nice shutdown. And yeah, Sivir finished an entire item off that. The full static ship now picked up 4 Dubs. But Time for Tea still trying. Actually is going for more of a tank Echo build. Diz does pick up the Iceborne Gauntlet for himself, so not looking for the full one-shot. Granted, I guess the only one he would really one-shot on the other team is Sivir, and that's a hard target to pick off. Yeah. Why pick Echo if you're just going to make him build Iceborne? I mean, it's because he doesn't really have a target to blow up. I mean, I guess the Rek'Sai, but the rest of the Eagles is pretty damn tanky. Tuller has the Lissandra ult, probably eventually his Zhonya's, even though his inventory is a bit of a fucking yard sale right now. But you got to think he's eventually going to get the Zhonya's to be kind of the pseudo tank, just the stall tank. Braum gets tanky naturally. Rek'Sai, I guess Rek'Sai is actually pretty squishy. Alistar is caught and dead. And Volibear is a mega tank, so the tank build, I guess, kind of makes sense in this context if you want him to survive his engages, but I mean, he can still pick off the Sivers, so I don't know. Especially when he's fed. Like, when you're this fed in the head, I feel like you should go for another damage item before you start building tanky. And now he's going for the Haunting guys, so he gets the Iceborne, but then goes for the Haunting guys afterwards. I don't know. I don't understand it. But it is just the fighting for vision around this Infernal Dragon. Time for T being like, hey, I'm in the area. I'm not letting this one go down for free. Even though the Eagles have already started it and will probably pick it up by the time anyone from Storm can respond. A nice stun out of Tuller, and they stop damage on the dragon and actually managed to kill off Time for T before he can even get in smite range. So that's another Infernal and another kill going over to the Eagles. Better off with some kind of tank. You have Kaisai can build magic. Yeah, this is true. Aurelia's mixing in. If he's super far ahead, he should be YOLO mode IDK. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, yeah, like, it's more the pick in general I disagree with. I don't think they should have gone for the Echo. I didn't watch the draft. I didn't see where in the order they actually picked it. Actually, hang on. I could probably just look over here and see. Looks like Echo was last picked with the Aurelia. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why you don't go for, like... I feel... I mean, Silas is probably bad, but, like, I feel like if you want, like, a pseudo-magic damage tank, Silas just does what Echo wants to do better. Granted, I don't build Silas tank. I think he's way better as just full AP. But even then, he still kind of fulfills that same niche role. So, I don't know. Echo Pick worked out well in the early game. He was getting around the map, getting a ton of kills, countering Behemoth's aggression well, but... You know, if you're just going to get ahead and not really do much with your lead, it doesn't matter. Oh, the kind of flippy flop over the wall. That was funny to look at. But Time for T might be in some trouble. Behemoth actually full committing on this one. Time for T does manage to save his ultimate. Vampire just tanking up the tower they were looking to follow, but... Yeah, Eddie was banned, but Jarvan said Silas would be good. Well, let's try and look. I don't see I see a Silas ban. It doesn't look like Sejuani was banned. Skarner was banned, Ivern was banned, Jarvan was banned. So, of the ones you said, only Sejuani was available. But, like, Sejuani would have been pretty good here. Behemoth's dead. Behemoth's not dead. Alright, the ult forward from Kaisa, not going to pick it up. A nice ultimate out of Tempter keeps the Eagles locked down. A shutdown actually going over to Ventus. A double kill for Blessings and top lane as well. Tuller just trying to run out with his lives. And that was the Eagles just getting a little caught. And this should probably be the Baron going over to Storm. Gold back to about even. Slim, yeah, not even going to try and stop this one. Yeah, I'm going to back that up and watch that again because I was looking at, like, item builds and stuff. That was, like... Okay, so this is this fight. So, yeah, it's just after that fight, Eagles never really leave. Behemoth... Okay, it's Behemoth getting caught being greedy for jungle camps. The rest of the Eagles come in and think that they can fight this, but a nice knock-up for Tempter buys time, and then... Aurelia comes forward on the Blessings, teleported onto that ward in the Baron pit, and just gets a beautiful flank off onto the rest of the team. And now, yeah, it's going to be Baron going over to PRAE Storm. So, Gold evened up back with that fight. Some bounties picked up on Ventus and Blessings. Didn't quite see if they got any shutdowns, but yeah. Slim, the only one not in that fight. And the rest of his team just dying because of Behemoth's overextensions. So, unfortunate, but good. It was a good response by Storm. They hard committed into that fight. And Blessings just had a great flank TP. I didn't quite see exactly what set up Tempter's ult, if it was either a good knockup by the Alistar or just his own tornadoes, but regardless, it was a good Yasuo ultimate. Ooh, now Slim gets stunned by T-Time. Gonna be taking a nice chunk of damage. Kaisa still going for it. They don't pop his Big Dumb Bear passive just yet, though. Still at about half HP and should be healing up pretty quick. So now it's just the defense for the Eagles. They still have a lot of towers left on the map, but that means there's a lot of standing gold to take. But it's like last game for Storm. They have the Sivir, and Sivir still has pretty good wave clear against Baron minions. So, I don't know. I have to see if they try for the dive here from PRAE Storm. Ooh, the flash forward, the knock-up chain for the Yasuo ultimate. T-Time actually using his own ult to get out. But so far it's Tuller picking up the first kill in this fight. The Eagles, this is a good fight for them. The Storm tried for this, but they just couldn't get the damage down. What the hell happened, Storm? You had the initiation in that fight. You had the Yasuo ult go down soon, but the Eagles just turned all of it around. Tuller is untouched in this fight. Oh. Here comes time for T going forward. Manbear might be trading his life. Oh, that shield just blocking that little bit of damage. Tuller walks forward into the big obvious circle of death. Ventus with the ult to try and pick off Dubs, but Dubs just going to take that shutdown. So it's a 4 for 2 overall, I believe. Nice turnaround attempt from Storm, but just like... what even happened in that fight? Alright, hang on. We're going to back this one up. We're going to back this one up to see what the hell just happened. Okay. So they're going forward. Okay, we'll go after this. We'll go after this. Okay, here we go. We have 2 Meeps in the corner. Gets the flash knock-up onto Sivir. They get the Yasuo ultimate as well. Okay, so it only was the one-man ult. The Braum ultimate comes down. Okay, here's what I want to see. Why does... keep your eyes on Echo. Why does Echo ult out of this fight? What happens to him? So Echo goes forward. And just immediately ults out of the Braum ult. Like... so Time for T just does nothing in this fight. Goes in and immediately ults out. And, like, he has, like, most of the damage on his team right now. I mean, Kai'Sa does a lot, too, yeah. But, like, Kai'Sa was zoned out by the Brahmo, and Echo just immediately ults out and gets nothing done. They get the good counterfight on the backside, but... yeah, a really good turnaround from the Eagles. Getting that Brahmo down directly on top of the Yasuo ult to kind of zone out the rest of the team and keep Dubs alive there, but... yeah, I don't know, just poor, like, teamfight execution from Storm cost them big there. They lost 4 of their Baron buffs. T-Time, the only one. Time for T, I should say, the only one with that buff still up. They are finally going to crack this mid lane outer turret. But buffs should be running out any minute now. And that's all they're really going to get for it. Gold, still dead even. At 26 minutes. Alright, I'm going to stop doing that. Okay. Alright, so now it's just about trying to get vision down around the next Baron spawn. Well, to save his Darksteel stacks. Yep. That must be it. Ow. Hair caught in glasses. Okay. So now Eagles have priority over the lanes. I believe top lane is hard to say. But they're getting mid and bot pushing. Slim looking for another fight onto Blessings. Might actually be able to catch him. He's a fast bear. Yeah, gets that slow. Has Man Bear for the backup as well. Blessings pops the ultimate and forced to flash away. That's pretty big. But the double stun going to come down. The Yasuo ultimate coming in and Man Bear just going to pop. Slim as well. A little bit over aggressive. Dubs, though, manages to get away and get the kill onto the Yasuo. Ventus flashing forward. Blessings goes very low. Time for T finds the assassination. Finally down onto Dubs. Manages to ult himself away from Lissandra as well. And yeah, Eagles just overreaching yet again. I don't know. It's been a game of throws. Like, Both teams just kind of overreaching in these fights. Hex Flash forward, actual flash used by Time for T. Gonna get that pop, unstoppable now on this Echo. This is why I should have been building full AP from the start. Like, doing so much damage in these fights. They get one tower bot. They're going to get a second. And yeah, gold starting to snowball a bit out of control now. Well, not really, actually. It's still only about a 2,000 lead. 40 kills in 28 minutes on a team with 4 Drakes is losing. Yep. So it happens when you greed for Aurelia. She has a lot of ways to get out, and hey, you know, the other team can rotate pretty fast. You have 4 Drakes, but none of them are Clouds, so your rotations are just as fast as the other team. That's why Cloud Drake is best Drake. Yeah, just trying to overforce on some of these kills and objectives, and Dragon being immediately started up by Time for T. Behemoth on the wrong side of the map. He was probably just going to lose this one. Manbear, only one really in the area, and yeah, that's an easy Baron picked up by Storm. Not really sure what the rest of the team is doing, but here comes the ult. Temp2 just uses ult onto the Bromnest, so it's going to be a 1-for-1. Now Rek'Sai going in, picks up the kill onto the Alistar as well. Ult used out of Tea Time, gets the GA out of Sivir, but his own ult is down, and he's pretty alone here. Gets the double knock up. Slim takes a ton of damage, but not quite enough, and Tula are going to pick up that kill. And just as soon as I said it, like, PRAE, they pick up Dragon and then take a bad fight. All in on the Braum is not how you want to be playing Yasuo. Yeah, I think every one of his ults has been a solo ult. And the first inhibitor of the game is going to be broken for the Eagles. You know, Ventus, the only one up and alive, did manage to hold on to that Baron buff. But, like, Game of Throws. Holy crap. Hang on, we're going to look at that fight again. We're going to look at that fight yet again. Because I want to see this. Oh, God, I broke it. I've broken it. Okay, so Behemoth. Okay, start off. Behemoth. Baron is alive. You do not be here. You should be here. Or here. You should not be here. That is dumb. Okay. Now that we have that covered, easy Baron goes down. Free low. Free Baron. At this point, you have Baron. You walk away. Like, you haven't poked out their team at all. You didn't force anyone back. You just snuck a Baron, basically. You walk away. But then Meeps goes in. Okay, they have the Echo circle going down onto 4 people. They're like, oh, okay, we got this. Meeps goes in, gets the knockup onto Braum. Yasuo solo ults the Braum. And gets deleted by Dubs. Dubs and Behemoth just absolutely delete him. Tuller goes in and pops the stopwatch, I believe? Or no, self-ults. Ventus at this point has taken a lot of just ambient damage in the backside and has to back off. Blessings finally gets in, gets the ult down, and Slim is now just joining on the backside of the fight. The Rek'Sai ult comes down, kills off Behemoth. Braum finally dies just now to Blessing. And yeah, at this point, it's Behemoth zoning out, and it's just the chase down onto Tea Time. Yeah, because Blessings just died in the middle of all that, too. That was, yeah, just questionable. Highly questionable. Again, it's just coming down to teamfight execution, really. Like, Eagles' throws have just been over-chasing and over-committing for, like, different objectives. Whereas Storm just have not been executing on the team fights. You know, the target selection has been pretty abysmal, and they just keep going too hard on fights that they won't win. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about it. 5 Dragons now, 4 Eagles. That means, you know, the 6-stack Elder is a possibility and a pretty big win condition for them, I'd say. You know, there is still Baron on the 1 member. Slim taking a lot of damage from Tea Time, but he's big dumb bear. Has About half HP, Big Dumb Bear passive still up and alive. Ventus, even that static shift proc. And now, getting more damage down onto Brum. Time for T just trying to do what he can, but you're basically AP Echo. You should be with your Alistar, like, kind of looking for flanks. Yeah, they're just trying to push down this tower. They did have Blessings in the bot side. Slim just now going it down to respond to that. Blessings starting to roam over. Oh, but here's Tuller in the backside, and they pop Ventus and Time for T. Neither of them getting the chance to ultimate. Tempter picked up on the side, and all of a sudden Blessings just looking around like, wait, what happened? Where is my team? They're all dead, and it's the Eagles running straight down for the fountain. 2 Meeps 1 Chime has left the game, and this should be the Eagles. They go for this last kill. Blessings trying for the defense, but that is going to be the Eagles picking up the 2-0 victory over PRAE Storm. And that game, I gotta give it up to Dubs. Like, his positioning in those team fights was sublime. Like, I think he got caught out maybe like once or twice in an actual team fight. The rest of the time, it was just, that he got basically an extended quadra kill in the middle of the game that pulled the Eagles back into the game. Like, yeah, that game was all Dubs. Tuller has some couple nice flanks towards the end. But, I mean, at this point, that's just playing Lysandra and doing it correctly. But, yeah, Dubs. Oh, shout out to Dubs. That was an incredible game and a fun series. Alright, that is going to do it. That was the 2-game VoD set. Hope you guys had fun. I'm going to be uploading these to YouTube. It's the reason I did this, because they want their games archived up on YouTube. And if I didn't cast it, well, I got to do it this way. So, yeah. Hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you next time.